From a conceptual standpoint. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in. I hope everybody is having a good day. For those of you who are out celebrating Memorial Day, great. Couldn't get in. Well, I could get into the office today, but the problem is that the entire building's AC is off because it's a holiday and nobody's there. And it only took about 5 minutes of being in there before I realized that I wasn't going to be able to hack it. The heat was too much. I was sweating. So I decided to stop by Starbucks. And it was not my intent to do a video here because of the ambient noises, but I remember when I used to do them all the time and I used to get through it between the machines and the people talking and everything. I did quite a few videos, had some success. I did a lot. Sort of kind of taking me back to my journey and my path to where I am now after having so much happen. So I'm here and I want to share with you and I want to really encourage you and I want you to pay attention to what I'm sharing with you here. There's so much going on. You hear me talk a lot about managing your thoughts, controlling your thoughts. And I talk about it from a psychological perspective and also a spiritual perspective because they both work together. There is no separation or distinction. It is a mutual coming together in a set of homeostasis between mental state, emotional state, spiritual state, and physical state. Whenever you are not in harmony or homeostasis in all four of those states, you start to experience illness, mental illness, emotional illness, spiritual illness, and physical illness. So it's important to understand the power of how you manage yourself. And it all begins, believe it or not, with your thinking. When you can manage your mental energy, your thought processes, when you can control your thought processes, you can do some amazing things. And here's the truth. In my book, I Am, one of the statements I make almost at the beginning is that your thoughts are the seeds of your destiny. Let me say that again. Your thoughts are the seeds of your destiny. What you are thinking are the early stages of manifestation of what you will produce. And so if you want to control your thinking, if you want to control your future, if you want to produce the right results, you have to be aware of your thoughts and you have to manage them. The problem is that we have over 70,000 thoughts that we produce and manifest over the course of the day. Most of them happen underneath the surface in the subconscious. And we're unaware of them. But the truth of the matter is we need to manage that. If we look at it, for those of you who are an Abrahamic faith, you're aware of scriptural presentation. I want to take you to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, beginning at verse 3. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are carnal, they're mighty in God for the pulling down of strongholds." It says, "Casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity into the obedience of Christ." What is it saying? It's saying that the warfare is being waged in our minds. A lot of the things we're doing, look, let me tell you something. Your thoughts are not only the seeds of your destiny, your thoughts are either feeding your faith or your fear. And you have to ask yourself, is the way I'm thinking feeding my faith or is it feeding my fear? Is the pressure that I'm experiencing in my life coming from a true experience, or is the pressure I'm experiencing in my life coming from the thoughts that are moving through my head, that are echoing in my mind, that are telling me it's not possible, the thoughts that are telling me that I can't do it, the thoughts that are telling me here comes another negative experience, the thoughts that are telling me you're not smart enough, the thoughts that are telling me you're not strong enough, the thoughts that are telling me you're not young enough, you're not old enough, you're not mature enough, you're not experienced enough, the thoughts that are telling me that I can't have it. The truth of the matter is nothing can be withheld from me, but I have to be able to manifest it in my mind. I have to be able to confront it and take advantage of every opportunity that's presented to me. A lot of times we are frozen in the midst of opportunities because of the negative things that are going on in our minds. We have to understand that we have the ability to take control of our thoughts. We have the ability to manage our thoughts. We have the ability to replace negative ideas and negative thoughts with thoughts that produce the right type of mindset that will lead us into what we have. And if you are sitting up and you are experiencing a situation where your negative thoughts are echoing in your mind and you're getting these voices that are reminding you of your past, let me tell you something. The worst thing you can do when you're trying to fill out a new vision for your life, or you're trying to write a new vision, or you're trying to take yourself through a new vision in your life, is to start consulting your past to validate the vision. Because your past is going to study remind you of the things that you experienced. If you're trying to do something new, don't consult the old. If you're trying to do something new, don't consult the old. If you're trying to do something new, you're going to have to work from an imagination. You're going to have to create something. You have to come out of something. You're going to take something that may never existed. I'm going to give you a prime example for those of you who are students of the Bible. And this principle works regardless of what your faith is. I'm just using it because predominantly, no matter where we're at now in our lives, most of us started out Christians. So look, let me explain something to you. There's the woman with the issues of blood, the woman who could not stop the bleeding. And in that time, it was literally against the law and punishable by death for any woman who was at that time having flows, issues, and things of that nature to be out in the public. But yet this woman in her mind said, I've got to get to this person, because if I can just touch the hem of his garment, I don't need to talk to him, because if I get too close, then he's going to recognize and they're going to know who I am and I'm going to be in trouble. I just need to touch the hem of his garment. Now, what's important here that most people never get is that she's not consulting scripture. It doesn't exist in the scripture. There's nowhere in the scripture that she can consult that and say, this is what you do in this instance. This is something she has made up in her mind. Her faith has transcended the reality that she's in, and her faith is telling her that if you do this, this is going to be the result. She's literally writing out a new blueprint that does not exist. There's nothing to show it ever happened in the past, but she's believing in it. It is the faith that co-signs it, because if you look at any miracle that was performed by the person of Jesus Christ, he followed it by saying, your faith has made you whole. Your faith is by your faith. And so what it is not she's moving because she doesn't have scripture telling her. She's moving on the faith and the trust of what she believes. And so she takes action on it. And the power of it is so much she touches the hem of his garment, and out of all the power people around, he felt it. That's the power of faith. That's the power that we possess to move the universe. God designed the universe to respond to faith. God designed the universe to respond to faith. Now, faith comes in multiple ways. Faith can be positive. Faith can be positive, or faith can be negative. What you believe in is positive. Faith is neutral. Faith is what you believe in strongly enough to move you into action. What are you thinking about? What are you believing for yourself? What are you saying about yourself? When you control your thoughts, you control your destiny. So what are you doing? You're taking your thoughts into captivity. You're literally dictating how you're going to think. You're literally managing your moments. Let me tell you something. Most of the pressure we have in our lives, we create because we start believing the negative voices in our head. We start to consult our past about our future. We start expecting and anticipating things to go wrong. And then we sit up and we allow ourselves to be consumed by it at a level that we build this pressure. Then this pressure leads to this fear and this anxiety and this worry. And we begin to tighten up and shut down. It's time out. What I want you to do is start to practice monitoring your thoughts, being aware of your thoughts. Start your day out with thanksgiving. Start your day out with gratitude. You're going to go through some things. Trust me, I can tell you this from personal experience. You are going to go through some difficult moments. They do not define you. How you respond to those moments is what's going to define you. Are you going to fold? Are you going to shut down? Are you going to give up? Are you going to turn around? That's what's going to determine how well you do in this life, not circumventing the struggles of life, not circumventing the challenges of life, not getting around the things that are actually designed to strengthen you and prepare you for the next stage. You get through it by standing up and then writing a narrative that puts you out in front of every problem. People have looked at me and told me, you're in denial. No, I'm living in the future of what I see when I come out of this. I'm already in the place that's going to make all of this worthwhile. I'm in it because I have the ability to create it, and I can manifest it without having to consult my past. Stop living in your familiar past and start writing a new future that is excellent, that is abundant, that is powerful, that is full of joy, and you will start to experience. It doesn't mean that the challenges go away. It means that you have transcendency in overcoming those problems. Look, I'm about to get off here, but I got so much to do. But hey, look, this is what I want you to do. I want to really work with, I don't know, maybe 10 people who want to really truly experience change in their lives. And they want to do it through the process of being able to create the right thoughts, the right thought process, the right thinking pattern, the right mindset. And this is what I'm going to do to meet you halfway. My rapid change breakthrough session is normally $350. That's for one session. It's the most potent and powerful short-term intervention that I have. And it works unbelievably. What I'm going to do is you get one rapid change breakthrough session. I'm going to give you a total of 5. This is a very limited offer. I don't know how long it's going to be on the table, but I'm going to stop it probably at 10 people. And I want you to be a part of that. So you're going to get, for the price of one rapid change breakthrough session, which is $350, you're going to get 5 sessions. You do the value equation on that. You do the value equation on that. You're going to get to work with me 5 sessions. I want to help you change your life. And it's possible. There's nobody watching this who can't change your life, but you cannot change your life sitting on the sideline. You cannot change your life sitting up hoping and wishing. You have to become engaged in the process of changing your life. This is a great opportunity for those of you who have been looking for an opportunity to work with me on multiple sessions and you haven't found a program that fit your budget or fit what you're trying to do. This is a perfect opportunity. Literally, for the price of one session, you're going to get 5 sessions. And I can tell you that is a great value. You do the math. But anyway, for the first 10 people or whatever, it's a limited offer. For the first 10 people, I am going to honor the offer that's in there. So for one rapid change breakthrough sessions, you're going to get 5 sessions with me. That's a minimum of 45 minutes, and it normally goes over. So we're probably talking about an hour that you're going to get with me, 45 minutes to an hour that you're going to get with me each session. And we are going to look deeply off into your thought patterns, look deeply off into your mindset, your mentality, your spirituality, your emotional state. And we're going to make sure we reach a place of homeostasis where you got the harmony of mind, body, spirit, and soul, so that you are at the height of your capacity to take advantage of opportunities to advance yourself. Most of the problems are created here. So most of the problems are going to be solved right here. And that's what we're going to do. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I want to thank you for sharing and being here on Memorial Day. I've still got work to do. I'm going to just sit up and be in the moment. I really feel good about what's going to take place this week. And I'm excited for the people who will take advantage of this particular opportunity. For whatever you do, be aware of how your thinking is impacting your future. Be aware of how your thinking is either feeding your faith or feeding your fear. On that note, you guys have a great day. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I don't eat. Once again, I apologize for all the ambient noises, but the office was too hot. I wasn't going to sit in there and sweat, but I wanted to get some things done, and I wanted to drop this on you. You guys have an unbelievable remainder